Hi, welcome back to another episode of the Fed Talk Show with OLADOYIN, a channel where real life experiences, true life stories, impact, and knowledge is shared on finance, entrepreneurship, and purpose. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for sticking through. Thank you for watching our video over and over again. Thank you. And if you're just joining this feed, then fair to welcome. I know you. Thank you so much for being available for this episode here. And on today's episode of Finance, I'll be speaking specifically to the coppers. If you're a recent graduate, if you're a current copper, and if you're an ex-copper, this video is for you. I'll share my story on how I was able to navigate my finances through ICBC. So let's run a memory then. I started in 2018. I was posted to F6. Well, before I was posted to F6, there's another long story. Before I was posted to F6. So initially, I was posted to NMGO. And I was in stream 1, yes. In November stream 1, I was posted to Beno. But my African parents wouldn't allow me to go, so I had to wait to stream 2 to be posted to FCT before I quit. Initially, I had made my inquiries and they told us that even if you were posted in stream 1 and you did not, automatically you posted in stream 2, although the same speed. So I waited to stream 2 before I went to Abuja for the first time. I thought I was coming to Abuja to cruise, I was very happy because it was my first time in Abuja and I just wanted to enjoy the moment. I made a lot of things about FCT and I couldn't wait to just enter this great city and just like story you get. Oh my God. And yes, so I entered camp in November and I entered my camp. Like I always tell people, I don't why people see camp as being stressful. It is stressful, but if you look away from the stress, trust me, it is a memorable experience. Yes, she state coordinator at that time, and he also frustrated my life, but as God may have it, I still survived. Okay, let me tell you a story. I was in Malu Market one day. My advisor chose that tour and I decided to take it to Manade to not to sleep, but to adjust it. As I was, because it was my market that day, I don't know, it just came to where I was at. Oh my goodness. It was just like saying the out of the car, freaking out. I was like, so I'm not going to serve it. Which one is saying out of the car? So I was determined though. They kept me in your security house for more than 9 hours. I was there from morning to night. I was eyeing my goodness. It was as if they were going to send me off too tidy. Like I wasn't going to sell the gig. I was just with play. But eventually they released me and the rest of the camp was just jolly, sweet filled weekend. So I enjoyed the rest of the camp. But yes. So fast forward to saving Funen and the jam. While in camp, I was invited by the NCCF coordinator to come for an interview to the executives. I wanted to serve. I did not just want to enter Abuja to flex. I also wanted to, in my capacity, serve God. Because you've heard of coppers that will be like rare get this and that. So I wanted to have that experiment as well. So I often could serve as an executive, but my dad refused. And I understand the fact that he refused because that was my first time in Abuja. So staying in a place I don't even know at all. So I understood the fact that he refused to deal with my auntie. And the same auntie had to tell them that she also served during that time, so they should now go to NCC. So I started my journey into staying in NCC as the financial secretary. Yes. So NCC, Nigerian Christian Corpus Village, they have different locations in Abuja, but their headquarters, the Corpus Lodge headquarters, is in Abacha Road. Abacha Road is in Marawa, Nasarawa State, like just after Area, if you are in Abuja. So imagine going from Abacha Road to Fit to every day, because as a senior scopper, I was going to work every day. My EPO was a who say to accept on my CDS things as I don't want to work on it out. So it was first of a journey for me. Like it was a distance. I remember my first day in the house. I cried. I'm like, how kind of setting it is that big? It's just all. I've left school since I don't want to experience anything school again, anything submitting under someone, they're sleeping in bulk. Like, do you understand? So before I came to Abuja, right, I was always this person that I like to plan out, like, I had to write down what I want. You know, even the Bible says, write it down and make it so you can run with it. So I learned to write what I want down. I just had this jotter that I read that I just imagine and I write down. So before coming to Abuja, I thought myself I wanted to start many federal governments. Believe me, I wrote down 5 federal government organizations in Abuja, and I was like, I want to serve in one of these places. And then for you to go, that was statute of this federal government office. So I had to pick the one I wanted. So at that time, NYSC was paying 19,800 and my PP was paying 15,000. So I had to live on 34,800 every month. I had to save. I had to transport myself down, and at the same time, I had to pay dues in the house. And also, sometimes, state executive, we have to sort out some things as well, miscellaneous and all that. So everything was in this 34,800. Can you imagine? But how did I survive? How was I able to do it? And so today I'll be sharing 5 lessons on how I was able to manage my finances throughout the course of my CDC. 1. Navigate your expenses. Make sure that include your expenses as a source. Be able to divide your expenses into what is coming into your hands. Now you have your NYSC allowance, you have your PPA allowance, and you have tips. I know I'm very much aware that some organizations don't pay their corpers, but even with that, I don't want to believe that there's no organization that will not take their corper at least manage this. Not even now that NYSC is paying 33,000. Then when they were paying in it 19,800, you just have to survive with it. Even if your PPA is not paying, you just have to survive with it. So split your expenses. If you're able to split your NYSC allowance into transport, feeding, and taking care of yourself, fine. If you're meant to split your PPA allowance into savings, like this one, I'm not going to touch it, I will just save it. And if you're able to split things that are coming to your hands, can be used as miscellaneous. You understand? So I feel for me, what I did was my NYSC allowance, like 10,800, I was using it in the house in e.t.c of corporate solution to pay the dues for my transport and some other things that was needed in the house at that time. Then my PPA 15,000, I think I was saving 10. Yeah, so the other 5,000 was saved for lunch, and sometimes I get lunch, like free lunch. I don't know, but personally, I just get free lunch and tips. I get people that so just be like, corporate oil take now, corporate take transport, corporate take lunch money, corporate this, corporate that. So sometimes I make more than, what are you saying? I make more than 34,800 every month from tips. So yes, I make more than 34,800 from tips. So that allowed me to have at least have. And some months I don't make it, so don't let me. Some months I don't make up to that, but some months I make up to that. I make more than that. So number 1, be able to split down your expenses into what is coming into your hands. 2, be resourceful. In your PPA, in your CDS group, in FCT meeting, to starting a profitable business, please be resourceful. For me, I traveled in December for the break, and when I was coming back in January, I had to bring my electric oven at all. So I was able to do my pastries business in the house. And if you're an executive, you know how choking it can be, but that didn't stop me from running business as well. And it wasn't affecting anything, although it was filling more of my whole time and making me have sleepless nights and all of that. But you still have to do it. Like, I still have to do it. So that's not an excuse to. It's for yourself. It's for your business. The money is for you. It's not for anybody. So please be resourceful. Learn your skills. Start a job. There's so many skills that you can learn. You can learn fashion designing. You can learn baking. You can learn catering services. You can graphic designing. There are technology. There are so many technology courses that you can take. Not even now that technology is boiling yet. As the king now. Funny thing is, your business is like so fast back as a copper. You want to know, come to my DM. Yes, your business are able to sell faster because you are a copper. People want to patronize you because you are a copper. So please be resourceful. Don't just sit at home and just CDS, PPA, collect money. No, be resourceful. And this will go a long way after your servicing. Yes, it's a going a long way after your servicing. Because I'm not praying that you shouldn't get a job after your servicing, but there are cases whereby you have to go back to what you have learned during your servicing to survive to the time that you get a job or go for your master's or do some other things. So it will help, 3, self-development. The period of the 10 months is a time for you to develop yourself. Yes, I said 10 months because some persons don't get their letter on time, their acceptance letter on time, and their first 2 months or 1 month is in camp. So before they even set that, it's more like a 10-month program. So the period of the 10 months is for self-development. Learn a skill, I said that earlier. Develop yourself, know value to yourself, add more experiences to your CV, read books. And for me, I started reading more during and after my service. Like, I started reading more after school. And there was a time I was telling myself, if this was the way you were reading in school, but you would have graduated with a first class. So yes, I started reading more after school, like during and after my service. So please take courses. There are so many online free courses that you can take that you can add to your CV. Courses that relate to what you are doing. So I started getting this experience during service year, and that really helped me to understand what life is like, what life entails. So add more value to yourself. Like volunteer. There's some organizations that will not pay you, but that doesn't mean volunteer training to help, especially to children and to students. They will never forget you. So, okay, for me, my CDS, my CDS always have, sometimes when we don't go to town for the normal CDS meeting, my coordinator assigned us to different schools in our area to just reach out to and talk to them. The CDS, I was staying in Maraba, so my CDS was in Yayan Primary School, Budua. No, sorry, Yayan Secondary School, Budua. And when you go there, like when we enter the school, you need to see the excitement on these children's faces. Like, it's just like, welcome, our destiny up, and thank you for coming. Sometimes they even listen to you more than they listen to their teachers, because they're just so excited with the uniform. They're so excited with the way we play with them, teach them. To understand, they will never forget. I see this as this gender equality group. So we work in conjunction with Mercy Corps, and we give scholarship to students that pass their exam. So my coordinator will ask us to teach them. They just prep them for the scholarship exam, give them tests, and at the end of the day, we're able to pick 3 students from my school to write the scholarship exam with the other students from other schools. And one of them was picked for the scholarship. I remember the other lady crying, and I was like, no, because you did not pass now or you did not get the scholarship now doesn't mean you won't try again and get some other time. So please volunteer to help children, volunteer to help students, volunteer to help old people. Just make your life count during the service year. Yes, make it count. Number 4, strategic relationship. I can say, very good. Strategic relationship. Let me even start from where I lived, e.t.c. family house. It really, really helped me in my relationship. Like, getting to live with different kind of person, different culture, different background, and you still have to live in peace. Everybody still have to go together. You still have to live in unity. School, it helped me in communicating more with them. Like, just understanding different background, understanding different mentality from different culture. So staying in the house also helped me in my relationship. Like, you make contacts, they're just people that will come around you, and you can't forget them in your world. That's just it. You guys will still reach out to each other even after leaving the house. And the second thing that also helped me in my relationship was my PPA. I can boldly tell you that 70% of where I am right now is because of my PPA, because of the contacts I made in my PPA. You know, I told you I served in the federal government, and I had people, and I sat in a department whereby we were always attending to people. It's more like the registration and outreach department. So people are always coming to the office. We give them their certificates and all these things. So I helped them as the overzealous corporate that I am now. So I had people that really, really gave me their cards. In fact, in all the places I have worked, it's because of those cards I collected. Some of them will just drop their card on my table. Some of them will call me out, just give me your card. It was just, it really helped me in my relationship. I met people, met politicians, met CEOs. Because as a director, you have to come for your certificate yourself. So I had them coming into the office, and it was just a nice time for me, like meeting dignitaries now, which I think it. So it really helped me in my relationship as well. Like, it's the contact I made. In fact, recently I had a call from one of them, and the man asked me if I was still working in that place, and I said no, that I finished serving. And he was like, do I still have my contact? I said, of course. So he said I should please help him with a certificate, and I did. And after that, he asked me, and he was like, so where do you work now? So I told him where I work, and he just said there's an opening in his office, although it's not for my kind of position, but if I have someone that can fill in that space. And of course, I recommended someone immediately. So you see what that contact has done to me and done to the people around me. I had to link that man with the friend I recommended. And it was a good story at the end of the day. So please, strategic relationship, network. I know I can be an introvert. It's not that I can be. In real life, like, I'm extremely reserved. But when I had to be among people, I try to come out of my shell. Like, I try as much as possible to come out of my shell and talk to people, especially if my spirit is aligning with this person. Or I will not find the position, or I will talk to you. So please, network and build strategic relationship. It will help you. It will go in a way. And so my last point, preparing for your financial future. Save. But don't just save, invest. Saving doesn't make you wealthy. Investment does. So invest. Invest in your life. Invest in your future. Invest for your future spouses. Invest for your children. Hey, good. May it not be said, that my children will suffer or go through what I went through during my lifetime. God forbid. Invest where that your children will still be benefiting from. That is the way to invest. That is the way to build wealth. You're not just building wealth to just for this time I'm comfortable with my family, one child, two. No. You invest for the children that will come through your children. You invest for the people that God will place in your life to help, that will not forget you. You can invest it for 10 years. Like, you can make an investment plan for the next 10 years. You're not going to die, except if Jesus comes. But if Jesus tarries, you are not going to die. So please, invest in yourself. Yeah. So, okay, let me add Jara to the 5 points that I have given. And I want to tell you saving tips that can help you manage your finances. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll tell you how to divide your finances. 1/10 is your tithe. Okay. 1/10 can be your tithe. 1/10 can be seed. 1/10 can be sowing. 1/10 can be an instruction from God to give it to someone. Just make 1/10. It can be more than that. But I'm just saying, you can make 1/10 the spiritual investment. Yes. Then 4/10 is your saving and investment. You can decide to make it 20/20. You can decide to make it save 10, invest 30, save 20, invest 20. But 4/10 is your saving and investment. 3/10 is yourself. It's for living. It's for yourself. Please take care of yourself, because after all the saving and investment, if you don't have a good health condition, you will not be able to spend it. You will not be able to enjoy it. So please, 3/10 can be for yourself. 3/10 should be for yourself. Take care of yourself. Take yourself out. Treat yourself to spa, to just enjoying yourself. Then the last 3/10 is for bills. Yes, you can save it for rent, save it for miscellaneous, save it for maybe the rich auntie or the rich uncle that you are that will say to people. Yes, so 3/10 can be for that. Yes, so I hope this help in managing your finances. Like I said earlier, this video is for recent graduates, it's for current coppers, and it's for ex-copper. I am an ex-copper, so I've learned from this video. So you should also learn from this video. Yes, so I hope this video helps you in managing your finances. And if there are other stories you want me to share about my life or about my finances, I'm willing and able to share it by the grace of God. Yes, so please don't forget to follow us on all our pages, on Instagram at The Feb Talk Show, on Facebook at The Feb Talk Show, and you can reach out to us on our Gmail as well for partnership, for collaboration, for sponsorship. We are very, very open. And also please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's very important, at The Feb Talk Show. Like, please, comment, yes, give your reviews, and to show being attended to. Thank you so much. I remain OLADOYIN. See you next Monday. Bye.